Alright, good morning everyone. First things first, coffee. So we're at Palm Valley. We didn't get in until quite late last night. If you haven't seen our previous episode on getting here, we'll throw in some snippets of what we had to deal with.
Apparently seems to be the way we need to get across.
That plug came out. It's dislodged in there, so I just need to reset that.
Whoa!
But thankfully, no damage. We made it. We didn't get into any trouble. It was just a dark pack up. It was maybe 9 o'clock when we rolled into camp. It didn't take us that long to set up, maybe 20 minutes. Me and Miranda just buzzed the setup straight away. It started raining as well, so we were getting pretty wet. And then, yeah, pretty much just straight to bed. And then this morning, we wake up and this place is stunning. It's just truly magnificent, really. Let that coffee do its thing. But, I mean, what have you got to say about this?
Yeah, it's beautiful. It was worth driving on through to get here.
Yeah,
I think.
definitely.
Definitely to have the extra.
We were getting not concerned, but we were sort of 7:30 and we're still in the middle of the Finke River National Park, and we're like, oh man, we've been on this track for 5 hours already. We still got 30 k's to go. What are we going to do? But we just kept going.
Got there in the end.
Got here at what? 8:30, 9 o'clock, somewhere around
Yeah.
there.
We ran into some people. They were a bit at the top of this track. They were a bit iffy whether or not to come in. So we got talking. So we came in together, which was a bit of reassurance, even though the track-in was
Track-in was a
compared-
piece of cake. The track-in was a
what we had been
corrugated
through,
road
but-
with some river stones here and there. It was nothing.
But it was nice to have them just as that late at night now, to have a bit of reassurance. We had some other people to help us.
Absolutely. So if you've got a Robbo, you can do boggy hole track.
Don't recommend it.
It's just slow going, right? But yeah, there's some really gnarly bits. I mean, we got a fair bit of footage, but there was some sections which it was like, all right, hold on guys, let's go. And there was Miranda's like, no, I'm not jumping out to get this on camera. Just get through it. Yeah, a couple of little river crossings, but they were just more puddles than river. But you could imagine if you were here in wet season, like, it's impassable, a lot of that.
Yeah, you wouldn't be able to do it.
Yeah.
It was an adventure.
Anyway, we made it.
Yeah.
Coffee time. You want a coffee?
You can have a tea.
Ooh, cup of tea. And there's one of those blue signs. Maybe that's a full drive track.
Should we try it? Pick up the Robbo and take it down again.
Hey, the Robbo will handle anything.
See another one.
So will the cruiser, except for boggy sand.
Post-traumatic stress. Another
Weaving
blue.
palms and sandstone towers. So what's the deal? These palms, this is called Palm Valley, right? Because there's some palm trees that only grow in this area, is that right? Or very few areas around the world.
Well, it's just so rare and unique to the
Rare
area.
and
so-
unique. Well, let me read the information board and I'll get back to you. We're finally making the trip out to Palm Valley, 4-kilometre full drive track. Super lazy start to the day. We had to sleep in after the expedition yesterday. Yeah, 10 past 11. So we've not long had breakfast. Oh, this is beautiful countryside, hey? Alright. Not going to embarrass myself. Actually, yes I will. The Palanquinia track. 2-hour return 5k loop. I'm hoping if we get a hustle on, we'll get it done in an hour. So, the only determining factor on how long it's going to take us is the kids. And whether they make it pleasant for us or not. I shouldn't speak like that. They were fantastic yesterday, considering the troubles we were going through. How do you reckon they'll be today?
It's not starting out good. We'll see.
Just love these white gums at the best of times. But when they're holding on to the edge of a cliff, man, it's so awesome. Pretty cool, hey mate? There's the Megs. There's the legs. Come on, let's go. You'll be okay.
Have we even done 1 kilometre?
Yeah, we're about halfway. Almost there.
Are you allowed to splash your face?
There's our sign, guys. We've got to go down there.
Let's be careful getting down here.
Leave it on a snowflake.
Well, guess what it's called? Palm Valley. Hey Cam,
Yeah.
palms in a valley. Well, we're pretty much at the end of our Palm Valley walk. A couple hundred metres left to go. I think it's time to mosey on back and whip ourselves up some lunch. We've got to do some schoolwork with the kids this afternoon as well. And then just a nice relaxing afternoon around the campsite, I think, before sunset. The rangers popped by this morning and they were saying that sunset's just glorious. That, that rocky ridge just behind our campsite, I reckon as the sun's going down, the colours that pop out of that rock are just staggering. All your reds and your oranges and your yellows. So I think we might set ourselves up there this afternoon, or this evening, sorry, for dinner. Watch the sun go down and just take it easy. Alright, well here we go. Palm Valley has unique characteristics that have allowed the red cabbage palm to survive. The narrow valley is protected from drying winds and raging floodwaters. The creek bed has stable deposits of silt for the palm's shallow roots to grow in. These unique conditions occur over about 2 kilometres of this creek bed. Permanent water and protection have created a safe haven for the plants. Well, there you go. Only 2 kilometres of this creek bed. These palms grow in. How weird. Just perfect conditions for that plant in that spot. Alrighty. Well, I'm not too sure who's more excited about what's coming up.
Cameron is.
It's either Cameron
Or
or
me.
Miranda. Because we got Starlink in the back of the car. We're going to set it up for the first time. Look at him. But you know what, buddy?
What?
You know where we're setting it up?
What?
So you can do schoolwork. Oh, he's gone storming off. No, only kidding. He's right there. And why are you excited about Starlink?
Who says I was excited by it?
You've been asking me this whole time. Are you going to set up Starlink? Are you going to set up Starlink? Are you going to set up Starlink?
Cameron. It'll
Not
be
gonna-
easier for uploading videos.
It will be. Not a review, not a how-to. But we're going to unbox it and set it up. And we'll do a speed test, you know, because why not? That's what everyone does, right? We get at home 10 megabytes a second. Apparently Starlink, you can get up to 200, 240. In the middle of nowhere, right? Wi-Fi in the centre of Australia. It's insane. Anyway, let's get into it. Dun, dun, dun. Oh, where is it?
Yeah. Is that here? Wait. What? How's that Starlink? Hey!
That's what it is.
How is that Starlink?
Get back!
Here's some seagulls.
What is
Alright,
that?
obviously that's the panel, or the dish.
Don't know.
And this will be our router. Can you grab that, Cam, and go walk over and put it somewhere safe? And the power cable.
Fancy. Elon Musk didn't do a good job putting the cords together.
Elon Musk did a fantastic job. It's my unravelling which has gone all pear-shaped. So, that dish runs off 240, which is a bit disappointing. 12 volt make much more sense for a mobile setup. And our inverter's underneath the seats in there, so that's why I'm feeding the cable in there. Welcome to living in a camper trailer. Right. So the inverter's already running because we got the drone batteries charging at the moment. So we'll whack our Starlink in as well.
Starlink is now alive.
Not yet. I reckon it'll start. Like I said, this isn't a how-to. Go get the router, please, Cameron. 240 in the bottom of the router. Imagine that. Can you hear it?
I think it's working.
And satellite dish in the bottom. Alright, I reckon that's moving around out there.
No, it's staying in one spot.
Okay, so like I said, not a how-to. For whatever reason, we couldn't get the Starlink working on the inverter in the camper. I don't know if it's because it's a modified sine wave inverter, but it's a 1000 watt inverter, and this thing only takes, oh, I can't remember. Let's have a look at the bottom. Input 100 to 240 volts, yes. 2 amps, yes. 50 to 60 hertz, yes. So the inverter in the Robbo is 50 hertz. 1000 watts, 50 hertz at 240, so it should be fine. But I've got it plugged into the cruiser at the moment, which is 100 watt at 220 volt. No idea what hertz, but we are managing to boot at the moment. Got the Starlink app running, and the dish has actually started to move around. It's looking straight up at the sky at the moment.
Is that a four-wheel drive bus? Is it even?
Change the subject. I know you probably want to know what's going on with Starlink, but check this out. Sorry. It smells good. Alright, anyway. Do you want to take this back and do your thing?
Wait, can I see it?
Booting.
I'm worshipping.
Yeah, it's been booting for a while. I don't know how long we need to boot for.
That's not how worshipping goes.
Calibrating connection. I wonder if it's still
Oh, did you
connected.
just name it Robbo, did you?
I did, yeah.
No.
Don't tell anyone the password. Robbo.
I was going to put roaming in the Robbo.
Something. Anyway, get back to you when we know a little bit more.
Should stabilise in 15 minutes.
Wrap it.
So sorry everyone in the campsite, we're going to leave our car idling for 15 minutes. Once we've got this calibrated and set, I'm going to try it back on the inverter in the Robbo. And we're having trouble charging the laptop as well on that inverter. And we shouldn't have a problem because it's the same deal. It's 240 volt laptop, 50 to 60 hertz, 180 watt charger on the laptop, and that's well within the specs of that inverter. So I think maybe we've got a problem with that inverter, possibly.
Yeah, maybe so.
Just another expense to add on the holiday.
Damn, is that even
Next Starlink update. Got it all connected. Dish was connected. Phone was connected to the router. But we couldn't activate the account, which was crazy because we got it on pause and it just said tap here to unpause, and you go into that setting and there's nothing that you could check, no box that you can mark off as unpause account. So we're kind of stumped, to be honest. Miranda just shot up, there's a Wi-Fi hotspot. You got to basically go right up to a satellite dish or something, just I don't know, a couple of k's away. She's going to see if she can get online and activate it from there, and then we'll see if we can get it connected. But good thing we didn't need it in a hurry, right? Been a bit of a nightmare, but apparently we're online. Connected to the car, unfortunately. Miranda had to go to the Wi-Fi hotspot to activate the account. You online?
Let me see.
An email just came through, so I think we are. Try it again in the Robbo, that inverter. Just kept dropping in and out, but I don't know if that's us or it. Let's have a look at the dish, see if it moved. See if it's moved. No. The dish is doing its staring in the same spot. Oh, it's beef though. Oh, the beef's not in there anymore. Beef's resting. Alright, not ideal. Got the car running for the Starlink. I've just done a speed test. 187 megabytes a second. 14 megabytes upload, which is like more than 10 times better than what you get at home, right? I'm going to turn the car off, plug it back into the inverter in the Robbo and see if that makes a change. It's been a little bit frustrating, to be honest. Thanks for dinner, honey. Is it good?
Yes.
I haven't tasted it yet.
The beef
It looks
is so good.
I mean, look at that. It looks amazing.
Carrots are a bit burnt, but
Yeah.
I don't like
Standard.
crunchy.
Nah, it's all good. We've got the moon rising there. And the sun's setting on the rock. How's those colours, hey? We never got Starlink organised, but I don't know. I'm still happy.
Yeah. I think we're getting there.
We're getting there. We got it connected on the car, just not on the camper. Alrighty, well, dinner done, and it's a real big communal feeling tonight. There's a few other people that rolled in today. There's this awesome sort of truck slash bus rig with about 11 people, and as soon as they turned up, they just all started piling out. Evening around the campfire with a bunch of strangers. It's going to be fantastic. Catch you in the morning. Well, good morning, guys. We're packing up and leaving Palm Valley this morning and heading to the West McDonald Ranges. And I'm up early enough for a sunrise. A couple of little sleep-ins the last few days. But everything's back where it should be. Me up first. Coffee's on the go. Watching the sunrise. Coffee. Pack up. We're out of here.